Happy New Year, happy 2026, and honestly, the universe is making things way too easy right now, because on New Year's Day, welcoming us into 2026, we find out that Drake is not just getting sued again, he's getting hit with a federal RICO case, and Adin Ross, academics, and a few other people are getting dragged into this alongside him. Now before we go any further, if you're ready to see how this Drake RICO might be one of the worst things we've ever seen in the entire streaming era of music, make sure you leave a like, sit back, relax, stand up, pace around, do whatever you do, because with the paperwork Drake has been handed and what's coming out here, this is not some one-off accusation. This isn't an isolated situation accusing Drake of one specific thing. This is a federal RICO case, and that's where things get really ugly for everyone involved, because this lawsuit connects an entire pipeline of alleged wrongdoing and ties it directly to the so-called most streamed rapper in the world, the guy who supposedly runs up the numbers. And honestly, if Drake is still thinking about dropping that Iceman album, he might want to change the name to the Botman album, because with what's being exposed, it's starting to look like a lot of this was never real to begin with. At the center of all of this is Stake. According to the lawsuit, Drake's relationship with Stake wasn't just brand promotion. It allegedly functioned as a whole system used to inflate his streaming catalog. And yes, that is what this RICO case is actually about, and this is only scratching the surface. Before we go deeper, it helps to hear how this situation is being broken down by people explaining it plainly, because once you hear it laid out like this, it's hard to ignore.
So Drake is in some more hot water, legally speaking, and if Drake is in trouble, I'm on the case. I am trying to figure out what this new case is about, because there's a lot of pieces to it. We want to try to explain it as simply as possible, but Drake has been accused of using Stake, the gambling app that he alone has made known to people, as a cover to funneling money into fake promotion, him along with Adin Ross, one of our favorite people. So it's about, we're taking money from Stake. We are, if I understand this right, basically giving it back and forth to each other through tipping on the app, making it look like, people are winning big money, but actually Drake and Adin and Stake are trading the money back and forth. But then also the suit alleges that some of the money is being diverted into using it to help Drake in the music business, as far as buying streams, buying playlists, all the things that help you as an artist.
And that right there explains a lot, because once you understand that alleged loop, a bunch of things that never fully made sense suddenly start lining up. The disconnect between Drake's streaming numbers and his real-world pull, why the numbers look like stadium-level dominance, but the tours stay in arenas. The math always felt strange, and this is where it stops being about gambling or promotion and turns into a much bigger industry problem, because streaming revenue is shared. When one artist is allegedly inflating numbers, everyone else is losing money, whether they realize it or not. That's why this lawsuit isn't framed as simple consumer fraud, it's framed as a RICO.
All of that leads to why this case is framed the way it is. So the plaintiffs aren't just alleging deceptive marketing or consumer fraud. They are alleging, again, a coordinated enterprise operating over multiple years, which is why they bring these claims under the federal RICO statute, along with the state consumer protection laws. So the complaint alleges that the defendants work together as a continuing operation, quote, defined by explicit roles and executed on an ongoing basis persistently since at least 2022.
But listen, if what they say is true, it's illegal and it is the basis for a civil lawsuit. You cannot benefit from inflated viewerships by way of receiving awards, getting money from Spotify, getting money from other record deals. If it was artificial at inception, meaning if you entered an agreement with someone for them to artificially bolster your music, bolster your record, and it was fake and you made money, that's illegal, and that is a basis for a lawsuit.
And that's where this stops being something people can just wave away, because this isn't about opinions. It's not about taste. It's about whether artificial activity created real financial benefit. If that's true, then this isn't just embarrassing for Drake. It's genuinely destructive for the entire industry. Every artist who had to compete in a system where one person was allegedly gaming the numbers was losing, whether they knew it or not, quietly, over years. And it also makes a lot of Drake's past past behavior look very different. All the accusations about bots, artificial hype, industry plants. If this lawsuit is even partially accurate, that starts to feel like projection.
Okay, but y'all can't lie. You'd be a great streamer.
I'm not a great streamer because I lose copious
Money.
amounts of money, but
I know.
I obviously go all in for my stream.
Facts. You do.
Then you get to the value conversation, because if the numbers were manipulated, what were the contracts based on? What was the catalog actually worth? How much leverage was built on metrics that weren't real? That's not confidence, that's insecurity. And yeah, there's some satisfaction in watching the numbers finally get questioned. Drake built his entire image around dominance, inevitability, and metrics. If the metrics fall apart, so does the image. But zoom out, and this is scary for music as a whole, because this is what happens when numbers matter more than art, analytics matter more than culture, and metrics replace meaning. Eventually, the system collapses under its own weight.
We're glazing tonight.
We are.
We're glazing tonight. What's up? Say something.
Oh, okay. Shit.
I'm on that shit.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah, we
We're
glazing.
glazing tonight, then. Shit.
But zoom out of all this acting, and this is scary for music as a whole, because this is what happens when numbers matter more than art, analytics matter more than culture, and metrics replace meaning. Eventually, the system collapses under its own weight, and if this is how bad things look for Drake on day 1 of 2026, I genuinely don't want to know what day 365 looks like. Let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comments. What do you think this lawsuit actually leads to? If you made it this far, drop a like and subscribe. It helps more than you think. I'm out. Peace.